Rob Smith here, and I'm joined today with Lewis Hamilton as he takes on Raushan Sandhu at Unity Fighting Championships, October 25th. Lewis, how we doing, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Buzzing, to be honest. It'll be quality. Second
I
title
know,
fight as well, part for that four-man tournament. So, buzzing.
mate, this fight is insane. When I saw this fight was announced, instantly I was like, okay, this is the one of the highest level flyweight fights you're going to see in amateur. It doesn't get much better than this. So talking about this matchup with Raushan, you two guys have been two of the best up and comers. It felt inevitable that you two were going to fight at some stage. What do you make of him as an opponent?
Really good, obviously. At this level where I'm at as well, especially other people, like, you're never going to get an easy fight. Everybody's the challenge, like, there's no straight wins, as in you're going to go in here and you're going to steamroll somebody in a minute. You're expected to go 5 rounds or the 3 rounds, depends what fight you've got. But I do respect him as well. I think he's eighth in the flyweight rankings. I'm 10th. And then he's obviously got quite a few finishes, and I've got 100% finish rate. So obviously it's making up for a great matchup. I agree with you, mate. You couldn't get a better like matchup just now in the flyweight. I don't think there's no other many fights that are like this is definitely the standout fight in the division just now, I think.
And what did you make of Raushan's last fight against Niam Hoff? Did you get a chance to watch it?
A wee bit, to be fair, I'm impressed with him. He looks good, but like I said, everyone at this level's good. You know, you can't say that this guy's amazing because everybody else is good as well. I think that I'm just as good as well, so we're gonna have to go and see what happens.
Well, it's funny you mention that really because Raushan, when I interviewed him the other day, he was saying that he actually asked for you. He was like, who in the flyweight division right now is the toughest and most exciting matchup for me? And apparently, even before the BMF tournament, he was like, I want to fight Lewis Hamilton. That's what he told you. And he was like, that is
Mm,
the guy I want next. And what does that mean to you if to have someone like him, like you say, the champion, saying that he wants to fight you? Usually, it's the other way around. It's the contenders
aye.
calling out the champion, but the champions recognized your ability and said, that's the guy I want to fight.
I definitely. I'm happy with that. You know, I'm happy. It means that I'm doing something right. You know, if people want to fight me. I feel like I'm not really ever in a boring fight because I'm
No.
always finishing people. And then that four-man tournament, like I'm not really. It's like obviously it's a bit annoying that I've not came away with a win because that's my second t tournament now. Sorry. So in my first one, I got to the final, won it, and my second one got to the final. Obviously, higher level people in it, but me and Jake back and forth war. It's just the main thing that annoys me. It's like I could have been like two or three punches away for like winning that, like significant strikes or a takedown or something. And I'm just this time I just want to make sure that I do everything I can because I'm kind of past it now because it's only amateur. You know, you need to experience these things. But like at the time, I was like, shit. Like if I just done this wee bit extra, like I'd have fucking got it. So it's annoying, but. I respect Jake as well. Like I was speaking to Jake after it, and he's a quality guy, man. So, but it is shite. I know it's shite, but fuck it, it is what it is. We move on. Live and learn, mate. Live and learn. Then we get on with it.
Mate, I want to talk about that four-man tournament because what a wild tournament that was. It was such I love the concept. It feels old
Hmm.
school. Back in like the Pride Japan days, it feels like it
Aye.
resonates with me as like an old school fan. I just love it, and I think more organizations need to follow suit with that sort of tournament. I think it's crazy. It's wild. I want to talk first
Hmm.
about the performance against Mo Harris. And respect to
Hmm.
Mo Harris, he's a very solid opponent, but you absolutely ran through Mo. That was
I know.
domination. And I was
Aye.
thinking like, my word, that was a scary performance. If I was Jake Wills or Quadrat Safi watching that, I'm thinking like, okay, all right, this final is not going to be easy. There's no singing an easy fight in this tournament. And
Hmm.
so, what was it like for you when obviously Quadrat beat Jake and then had to unfortunately withdraw due at the cut? Did it mess with your sort of mindset going into the fight with all the craziness, or were you not really that phased by it?
Nah, I don't really care who I'm fighting. Like, obviously, as long as I somebody to step in, and obviously, like you said, like that's a great tournament, and obviously the final was so close that it was a great fight. That's the thing. That It's just, it's like it's not as if I went in there and get smashed, and like it's a heavy decision towards Jake. Like, so that's why I'm not too bothered with it because I know I can compete with like everybody in this division, and that was just like I said, a couple of significant strikes or one takedown away for being my belt. So. It is what it is, but I'm sure. I mean, like all respect to Jake, but I'm sure we'll meet again at some point as well. But obviously, I'm focused on the Unity title just now with Rashan, so see what happens and then take it from there. And obviously, see as well, like I do kind of wish that I fought Kodrat just because he's now proven I've seen that he's in the final at IMAF's World Championship, which is pretty mental. Like that's where you want to be type thing. But Scotland's not got a team just now, so that's a thing that we're working on as well. My coach and stuff to try and get me into IMAFs in the future, just as a Scottish flyweight. But when they see what happens, but I've seen what Quadrat's been doing, and he's been fucking tearing it up. So I did kind of want to fight him just to see how good he actually is, because then that kind of shows what kind of level I'm at as well. If you're fighting a guy who's getting to final at MFs, then you're fucking like you're pretty. You know that you're going somewhere. Like I mean, so. But I don't doubt that I'll meet Quadrat in future either at some point. Just probably he's probably going to go pro sooner than me, so maybe have to wait till then. But I'm sure we'll see each other. But I respect everyone in that tournament that was in it, and I always respect every opponent that wants to fight me because I mean at the end of the day we're both going in there to try and take each other's heads off and see who comes out on top, basically.
And that's crazy to hear that Scotland don't have a team in the Armas because Scotland
I know.
there's such a there's like when I say that, I mean it's in the best way. You're mental in the most perfect way. You're all wild, man, and I
Aye.
love it. I love this. I love the way the Scottish fight. I
Mhm.
know like, it's Ayrshire hit squad, Grip House. There's so many good gyms in Scotland. So to
I
hear there's
know.
no
Higher
IMAF team's
level as well.
crazy. Like,
That's the thing. Like generally, you've got so many good people in Scotland that we should have one because, like, you get myself, a good few people from my gym, like about Lewis Jones. I'm sure you've heard of him, and then
yeah.
obviously you get folk for like Scottish hit squad, higher level. Stephen Clancy, he would do well in the maths and stuff like that. So, 100%, man, we definitely need to get it going because I think we would do pretty well. To be honest, I think there's a few big names out there that would go up and tear up the scene.
I know, and you mentioned there. I think it's inevitably going to be fighting these guys. I think you and Jake will 100% see each other again. You're both still very
Aye.
young in your careers. I think it's
Hmm.
inevitable. I wouldn't be surprised if, say, you go beat Raushan. Because I know Raushan said that he's looking at going pro very soon. He said he wants to have this fight. I think he wants to do the IMAFs next year. I wouldn't be surprised that regardless of the result, you and Jake's next. I wouldn't be surprised. You're all both in the
Uh,
sort of similar stage in your careers. You've got yourself, Jake, Mo Harris still in the scene, Raushan, Niam Hawk. Who knows what
mhm.
Quadrat do? I assume
Uh-huh.
Quadrat's going to go pro now. He's had a crazy
Aye,
amount of fights.
I think he's like if he wins tomorrow, he'll be like 17-4 or something, which is fucking pretty good, man. That's
Yeah, it's
exactly where you
impressive.
want to be. That's very impressive. That's exactly the type of where you want to be beaten by the best guys, and you take show that you can come back for a loss as well, and that's what he's done. You know what I mean? He's been beat, and he's had day four losses, but now he's just unbeaten in like 6 or 7 fights. I think I don't know, maybe even more. But he's tearing it up, which is I respect that. Fair enough.
And I remember the first time I seen you fight was at Rise and Conquer, and I was thinking, like, first of all, I want to ask you this. Because I can't tell from the Scottish accent. When you're fighting, what's everyone chanting? What is that?
That is so funny, mate. That is so funny. You're just asking that. Every person ever asks that, mate. It's Kev, mate. They shout Kevy. It's been that since like primary school, no, even no primary school, but like secondary school, like first or second year, like my pals just came up with this thing called Kevy, and then it's just been turned to Kevin. It's honestly like even the only people that call me Kev, no, Lewis to this day, are my mum and dad, basically, my family, and people at my work. Like every in the foot of my tune calls me Kev. It's mental. Like it's hilarious actually. It's funny.
And so every time I see you fight now, you bring numbers, mate, good numbers, especially because Scotland, it's not
Aye.
it's not it's not
Mhm.
close by. It's a good 3 hour trek no
Mhm.
matter where you go, even further
Aye.
sometimes. Like, and so what does that mean to you to have such a good support? You really get behind you because it almost feels like when you go into these enemy territories, but it almost seems like you're the favorite in the way with the crowd noise you get.
Aye, but mate, that's what exactly it's mental. It is crazy. I always say this to all my pals. Like, I'm actually so grateful for it as well. See, like the amount of people just like spending money, buying hotels, coming down, and then obviously regardless of regardless of the turnout of the fight, like what like the result is, we're always going out after it. Just I'm always seem to be fine enough to go out, so we always go and have a laugh after it, and it's just it is amazing because it does help. I know it does. Like, but that's the thing. Like even in England, I've still got a crowd that it's like holy shit. Like I could probably have like the most loudest folk here. Like there's been hundreds of shows that people have been like, holy fuck, like who is this? Because of like my pal's gone mental. So it's actually class. It's hilarious. I think it's so funny as well. Like even though they're there to support me and that, see like when I'm watching it back, like listening to folks just going after he'd in the camera going towards them and they're just like flinging their arms up, going mental. It's hilarious. It's funny. it's class, but I appreciate it, like everything that everybody does for me and stuff. So I'm happy,
And
man.
so,
Happy with it.
and so this is your first time fighting for Unity, you know. And my
Hmm.
opinion, like, the unit. Have you seen the Unity belt? What the Unity belt looks like?
It's pretty cool. I think it's
I,
minted.
in my opinion, the
Hmm.
Unity belt looks like the old school UFC belt. I think it's
I was
class.
gonna say that, mate. I was gonna say
It's
that. It looks like the old school UFC, but that's exactly what I thought, mate. It's minted.
yeah,
I like it.
it's so sick. But how excited are you to be fighting for that strap, and how much would it mean to you to have that strap say on your mantelpiece?
I 100% every title, but I'm not really focused on titles to be honest. Like, if titles will come when either may day, but I'm definitely like obviously titles. If you get titles and happy days, you know what I mean. It's good to get title fights. It's just experience as well. You know what I mean. Just 5 rounders. Like this will be my first 5 rounder because the last time was two things. But I think I'll be fine because I've done like. I do like 5 rounds training, it's like in camp, like 5 fight rounds, stuff like that, and then I've got quite a good gas tank, I think, so I'm able to go for a while.
And one thing I was looking at on social media is like you're all over the place in terms of gyms. You get, and I think that's a really good thing because you're getting looks at
Hmm.
different. You know, I think you
Aye.
see certain guys where they trained at one place, and I feel
Hmm.
like you kind of get a little bit stagnant. You kind of get used to. Raushan said it
Aye.
best. He was like, "My guys know what I'm about to do, and they know how to counter it. Whereas if I go somewhere completely new,
Mate,
they have no idea." And I think it's so
exactly.
important.
Exactly. One of my mates that goes to Ayrshire Squad, like I rarely ever go with him anymore because we're like, what is the point? It's actually just like I ken that you're about to throw this and you're about to throw that type thing. It's like we even say that to each other all the time. Like we laugh at like sometimes how like much like doesn't get done in the round because you're like just counting on everything to each other and like you just ken what's happening. So it ends up like no being that like crazy of a round because you're like I know how to dodge everything that you're doing, basically. So it's quite funny we have that. But I mate,
And I'm curious, what does it mean to you to represent Scotland as a country? You know, that you guys are, you know, putting the face, like you said, you want to get Scotland in the eye maths, and it's guys like yourself and from all these other gyms that are going to be responsible for doing that by showcasing yourselves. So what does it mean to represent Scotland?
yeah, mate, it's obviously really good representing a country. I mean, like I hadn't seen that, like we were saying about the crowd. See at BMF, I'm pretty sure I was the only Scottish fighter there, and I managed to
Hmm.
get to the main event and also brought like a mental crowd. So like, it's like definitely that's the thing as well. Like a lot of people say to me, like that's what they notice about me. Like I bring hundreds of folk down, even if it's England as well. So it's class to like them to be like, oh, that boy's for like Scotland or that Lewis Hamilton type thing. It gives you a bit of like recognition about your name and like where you're from, and like just shows like how mental we are basically. Like all my pals like, anyway, they're off their heads.
And for the Unity fans who might not have seen you fight before, what is your message to them?
Just expect a fun fight. Always is a fun fight. You know, I'm risking, I'm taking risks. You know what I mean? I'm not there to just sit and just look at somebody for 15 minutes. You know what I mean? I'm there to, we're here to actually fight and go for it. So see what happens, but I'm sure they'll enjoy it regardless. I also think just the way that our records match up, me and Rashan's like 100% somebody could get finished. Like it's no, it wouldn't be a surprise if somebody get finished. Let's just say just because of I think he's got 6 finishes, I've got 6 finishes. So
I know
buzzing.
I'm going to ask you my final question. When I asked Raushan this, he predicted a submission, but what is your official prediction for October 25th?
I'm not too sure, mate. I'm never really sure about this stuff, but I just like because I don't actually like I'm just like MMA, like my style is MMA. So like I kind of like I'm getting here to take this guy to the floor and submit him, or I'm here to just punch a guy. Like I'm there like wherever it goes, you know what I mean? I'm there to do whatever he wants to do. If he wants to grapple, I'll grapple. If he wants to punch, punch. Everything just I'm no fear of MD either, you know, and I'm no scared. Like if like somebody's trying to tell me like they're gonna submit me, like that doesn't like strike fear into me. And like you know what I mean, like I'm positive in my inability of like what I can do. So like I don't really take the hang of like, oh shit, he might submit, like oh shit, like I don't really care what happens. I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens.
Mate, I love that mindset. That's the perfect mindset to have at amateur, mate. And Lewis, I just want to thank you for your time. It's been a real pleasure speaking to you. And like I said, Unity are back October 25th at the Dolphin Centre in Darlington. And you can get your tickets, message them at Unity Fighting Championships on Instagram. Lewis, you want to give you a chance to shout out any social sponsors? Now's your time, mate. Feel free.
Shout out to my gym. Here's it. Squad get me prepared for this camp. My coach Neil, one of the best coaches about, probably I'd say, if not the best coach in Scotland. Great guy. My sponsors, Joint Lock, Cult Apparel, Fresh Crepes, and Cutwood Joinery, and the bespoke strength coach. They're all helping me in and out camp and keeping me. Well, my strength coach anyway. He's keeping me fit, regardless of fight camp or not. So. Aye, big. I'm always appreciative to them as well. I always tell them that, like how much like they get me going and like the stuff they give me just for fight camps and like how much that helps me and stuff like that.
Oh, Lewis, mate, I love it. I just want to say thank you for your time. It's been a really pleasure speaking to you. Best of
Aye,
luck.
thank you, mate. Cheers. Thank you.